press subscribe. Hello, my Mercurial mercenaries. You may remember a few months ago I mentioned a hotel that I stayed in. A really grand building. It was the first building in England to be called a hotel. And it burned down. Do you remember that story? Not really a story, it happened. It burned down. The destruction of the things around us. Yes, it was man-made, but it was destroyed. Gutted, gone. I switched on the news yesterday and I heard about the destruction of the Azure Window. Natural creation destroyed by a storm. So nature destroyed by nature. It was a tourist attraction. It was a place where people wanted to go. And it's a place that when people go there, they then want you to see it. And like that hotel that I mentioned, I went to the Azure Window a couple of years ago. It's not an easy place to get to be honest. First of all, you've got to go to Malta, which is a tiny little island in the middle of the Mediterranean. And then when you're on Malta, you've got to get a boat across to the smaller island, so it's a tiny island of Gozo. So really, once you are on the island of Gozo, you're pretty much in the middle of nowhere. And then on the coastline is the Azure Window, which is it's that. It's an arch, a natural arch, created by the water, I suppose, into the rock. Similar to Durdle Door, which is just down the road, but this one is in the middle of nowhere. I like to get out and about with my camera, music and camera and art. I like to go out, I like to take photographs, and I like to put them on my wall. So here, I've been to Paris and Malta and Gozo and Bath and Cyprus, Liverpool, New York. Hey, New York! Hey! I just like taking photographs. In fact, the way I've got this shot reminds me of that episode of Columbo where he's in an art gallery, a modern art gallery, and he's going around and he's being shown these weird objects like you do, like in the Tate and that, and he's going, oh yeah, and he's been, what's this then? And it's like a load of coat hangers, and they're saying, oh, it's representative of passion and warfare. And he's going, oh yeah, how much is that then? And they're going, oh, that's $65,000. And he eventually comes along and he says, oh, that's interesting. So what's this piece then? What does this represent? And they say, sir, that's the air conditioning unit. So Liverpool, New York, light switch. Just so we get that clear. The Azure Window, which was in Gozo, more famous recently for being the location that in the first episode of Game of Thrones, Daenerys got married to the, oh blimey, it's been a long time since I watched Game of Thrones. Dothraki? No, that doesn't sound right. Anyway, the big butch guy. The wedding actually happened here. And so they were looking out with the arch in the background. Watch the first episode. Watch the first episode of Game of Thrones, and you'll see them standing just over here, and this arch is in the background. But I wasn't going to settle for that because I'm your Mercurial number 6. All the tourists are over here taking a picture this way. I got on a boat and came around this way and took a picture that way and put it on my wall. I knew as soon as I took the picture, sometimes you just know when you take a picture, you think that's the one that's going on the wall. Put up on the screen now my photo of where Daenerys got married. And now put up on the screen some pictures of me getting into the location to take this particular shot. Put them on the screen now. The colours of the rocks were fantastic, and the colour of the water, and the just feeling of being in the middle of nowhere is fantastic. It was mentioned to me when I was there that this part here, the arch, they didn't say it was in danger of collapsing, but they said that if people continued to walk across the top of it, it would be on its last legs. However, it looks like a storm has come along over the last couple of days and just taken it away. And by the looks of the pictures, which I'll put on the screen in a minute, it looks like it's not just this bit that's gone. It looks like it's the whole bloody thing's gone. I'll put up a picture now. What do you think of that, my mercenaries? It's such a shame. It's such a shame. The places around me are ceasing to be. One day I'll cease to be. One day we'll all cease to be, I suppose. So, join me in raising an imaginary glass, my mercenaries, to Gozos, Azure Window. Clink, over and out.